Yes, you. Welcome to the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast, a podcast for people who want to disrupt their lives for a good reason, to make it count. I'm your host, Jen Glantz, and every week I'll drop a new episode with stories from real people just like you, who woke up one morning and decided to make big changes, starting with small things. We'll cover topics like entrepreneurship, love, failure, and self-care. Hey, you're not getting any younger, so let's make this an adventure. Ready? Meet Pipedrive, the CRM platform that helps you grow your business in just 4 easy steps. I gave it a try, and here's how it worked. First, I set up my pipeline, which is just a visual representation of my entire sales process and where I'm at with all of my potential clients. Then it let me mark my sales activities and actions to help me schedule what to do next. It helped me track my progress and my goals just like a coach would. And finally, the analytics help me figure out how to optimize and grow. It's simple to use because it lets you visualize and customize your sales pipeline, schedule reminders so you never miss a follow-up, and even helps you forecast revenue so you can stay on track of your goals. There is no CRM tool like Pipedrive. It's recognized as a top-rated CRM tool and has earned over 6 industry-leading awards this year alone. Try it out today and get a 30-day free trial plus 20% off the first year. Click the link in the show notes and go ahead and give it a try. Hey, any youngers, it's me, your host, Jen Glantz, back with another episode of the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast. I'll be honest with you, I've been spending too much time on social media these days, which is ironic because when people ask me how I'm doing, I like to just yell back, I'm fine, I just don't have time. Every hour of the day feels accounted for. It honestly looks like this. Baby stuff, work stuff, more baby stuff, a lot more baby stuff, some work stuff, baby stuff, sleep, no sleep, baby stuff, sleep, baby stuff, repeat. You get the hint. So if that's what it looks like, how am I spending so much time scrolling through Instagram and eyeballing TikTok videos? It's honestly because I'm using these platforms as my release, my quick intermission, my short little breaks. It takes so much effort sometimes to text somebody back, especially when your brain is just fuzzy and your day is so full. And it takes so much effort to focus on a book and read it when you're just dealing with so much. I don't even have the attention span right now to listen to other people's podcasts because there's just so much going on. But yet I can pop on social media for a little escape, and it feels like 30 seconds here and there, but it becomes 5 minutes here and there, which adds up. The problem with social media as an escape, like we all know, is it doesn't always make you feel good, and it usually makes your brain hurt. And shockingly, it makes you feel more tired and sometimes sad. So I'm trying really hard to replace that habit. Maybe puzzles, maybe phone calls. If you have good ideas for me, let me know. You could always say hello on Instagram at Jen Glantz or in my inbox, jenglantz@gmail.com. I mentioned last week that I am back to working out, which is just making me feel a lot more like me, even though it was super hard to get started and jump back in. I took this workout class on Friday, and in the middle of the class, the teacher opened up the front door and said my worst nightmare thing that he could say, which was go outside and run. I used to love running, but I'm super rusty. I'm also still recovering from birthing a human, but I just decided, okay, I'm going to follow the other 20 people outside, and I shuffled my way to the sidewalk. When I got outside, it felt good, but also super scary. I was anxious. I was doing something that I hadn't done in such a long time. And there was this woman running next to me, and we were mostly going at the exact same pace. I didn't want to slow down. I wanted to keep up with her. She didn't know it. She didn't even realize it, and she didn't know who I was or anything like that, but she was my motivation. She was my pick-me-up as we ran these circles around the block. I wanted to tell her that I was struggling. I wanted to explain that I used to run 10 miles and then I hurt my knee, so I stopped running. And recently I had a baby, so every part of my body is really rickety and my self-confidence is low. But we only had a few minutes left of the run. She didn't even see me next to her, and she was so laser focused on finishing, and I was just trying to exhale and inhale oxygen. There wasn't time to chat. So instead, I flashed her this smile and I said, let's keep going. Take me with you, please. I don't even think she heard me, and if she did, I don't think she understood what I was trying to say. But it was such an interesting thing to say. Take me with you, please. I'm somebody who's not great at asking for help, and I'm even worse at letting anybody in my life know when I'm not feeling great. Sometimes I want to turn to Adam or a best friend and say, help, I'm feeling really low. But when I try, my mouth freezes and drool slides out. And yet here I was trying to whirl my body around Brooklyn beside a stranger who didn't even care at all that I was struggling. But I said to her, take me with you. And what I was really trying to say was that there's so much in life we try to do alone that just feels better when we do it with somebody by our side. We're all so strong, but sometimes we want to feel weak for a second and know there's somebody who can trust fall catch us when we need it. That we know we can do impossible things because we have before, but sometimes we want someone else to make believe what's possible for us again. Take me with you feels like an invisible hug. It feels like an easier ask. She ended up running ahead of me and I lost her in the crowd, but I finished the run and went back to class, and afterward I went back home. When I said take me with you, I was really just looking for someone to give me permission to be me again. I didn't need a response. I just needed to say it out loud to make it feel real again. And it made me realize, sometimes when we need help, when we need someone to carry us, and we can't ask for it, we can say it in other ways. Take me with me. Take me with you. Don't forget about me. I need you. Sometimes these assertive lines are easier to say than, hey, I'm really struggling and I'm falling behind and I'm falling apart and behind closed doors, I'm crying all the time. So what do you need to say to somebody? And how can you say it in a really short way? I just found take me with you was a powerful thing that asserted what I needed, but also allowed me to remember that I'm going, I'm in motion, I'm trying, and I'm not giving up. Until next week, all my love, Jen Glantz. Hey you! Thank you for listening to the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast. There are hundreds of thousands of pods out there, so thank you for listening to this one. You can find the show notes for this week's episode up on our website, anyyounger.com. Subscribe, rate, and review the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast on iTunes so that other ears around the world can listen too. Oh, and join our secret You're Not Getting Any Younger Facebook group, where over 1,000 people are talking about how to disrupt their lives, for a good reason, to make it count. Until next week, all my love, Jen Glantz.